Ups on top Democrats, even liberals are calling for her resignation. It could be that this whole thing about alleged collusion between President Trump's campaign team and the Russians might be simply a case of the Democrats trying to manufacture a scandal before their own broke into the news. It's a nice try, but one that is doomed to failure when you have folks like Hillary Clinton in your party. And it turns out that there are a bunch more Democrats that are going to be experiencing all the wrong sort of publicity as well. Congresswoman and former chair of the DNC Debbie Wasserman Schultz is at the center of a scandal that might snare not only her, but a number of her Democratic colleagues as well. Her IT staffer has been arrested on bank fraud charges as he was trying to flee the country. He and his family worked for other Democratic lawmakers who might get caught in this web as well. And he may be guilty of far more than just bank fraud. It's not been an easy time for Debbie. First, she was forced out as chair of the DNC. Now, not only Republicans, but a fellow Democrat is calling for her to resign from the House. With the arrest of her longtime information technology staffer this week as he tried to leave the country, U.S. Representative Debbie Wasserman Schultz, D. Weston, is drawing fire from the left and the right. Tim Canova, the liberal law professor who challenged Wasserman Schultz in a 2016 Democratic primary and has filed to run against her again in 2018, noted the arrest of Imran Awan in a fundraising letter sent Tuesday night. He accused Wasserman Schultz, who kept Awan on her payroll after he was barred from the House computer system in February, of trying to obstruct the investigation of Awan and others. I have also been calling on Wasserman Schultz to resign from her House seat, and I have pointed out the obvious, that as long as she's in public life, the Democratic Party will flounder and the people of South Florida will be ill-served in Congress, Canova wrote in the fundraising pitch. It's obvious that there is far more going on here than one congresswoman's IT aide playing it fast and loose with some bank transactions. Parties are trying desperately to hide something. Smashed hard drives were seized from this IT staffer's residence by the FBI, and she has been desperate to keep a personal laptop out of the hands of law enforcement personnel. She would not be taking such actions that are sure to bring public scrutiny on her if she didn't have some very serious materials to hide. After resigning in disgrace from the DNC, the investigation into Wasserman Schultz's former IT aide has further tarnished her reputation. Despite her efforts to revive her image by focusing on Russia's involvement in the 2016 election, the former DNC chair is still seen as a corrupt, out-of-touch politician who represents the worst of the Democratic Party. Her continued presence in Democratic leadership impedes the party's reform and ensures that voters' lack of trust for Democrats, which stemmed from her leadership at the DNC, remains. That's a fine summation of Debbie's situation and problems. The degree to which these problems become the problems of other Democrats as well as the Democratic Party itself, is the degree to which party leadership will work to throw her under the bus. She just didn't realize that she was not as important to the party as Hillary.